Greetings, lovers of mysticism and the unknown. Welcome to the Incredible Stories channel. We are explorers of the unexplainable and unbelievable. Today, I will tell you an interesting story. Brew up some goodies and enjoy. Today, the story will be told by someone who actually experienced it in first person with all the details. The snow-covered forests whispered secrets as I stumbled through the taiga, the wind biting my cheeks, and my frostbitten hands barely holding the calloused cane I used to rely on. My journey began many years ago when I saw a vision that haunted my dreams and nourished my aspirations. A spring of water in the heart of Russia, giving eternal life. In those dreams, I saw the water shimmering like liquid silver, its surface a mirror reflecting the faces of those who drank from it, now immortal. My whole life has been devoted to the search for the elixir of life, the philosopher's stone, and the transformation of base metals into gold. But the water that haunted my dreams was something else entirely, a force of nature, unbridled and primal. Finally, I arrived at the small village of Poselskoye, located on the western shore of Lake Baikal. The villagers, superstitious people, did not dare to discuss the legends associated with the sacred water. However, the elders, guided by the wisdom of age, saw my unyielding determination and began to share their knowledge in silence. They whispered that deep in the Siberian winter, when the world is shrouded in darkness and silence, a spring of life-giving water bubbles up from under the ice. It was said that it was guarded by the fearsome creature Vodianoi, a vicious spirit born of water, a chimerical creature with a human body, the head of a frog and the tail of a fish. The watermen allowed only those who were pure of heart to enter the water. Many tried to find the spring, but most failed, and their frozen corpses testified to their folly. Moved by my dream and obsession, I set out into the depths of the taiga, guided by the stories and scraps of knowledge I had gleaned from the villagers. During the hike, I pondered the nature of the water source. Was it an alchemical miracle, a divine gift from heaven, or simply a natural phenomenon? The snow beneath my feet began to soften, and the air grew warmer as I approached the water source. The scent of fresh pine filled my lungs as I stumbled into a clearing. And there, in the center of the clearing, was the water spring I was looking for. The surface of the water was a living tapestry, an ever-changing mosaic of faces that seemed to be watching my approach. The waterman, lurking just beneath the surface, stared at me with his bulging eyes, his intentions impossible to decipher. Despite the fear that clenched my heart, I stepped forward, driven by the beckoning power of the water. A sudden realization seized me. The faces I saw reflecting in the water were not the faces of the people who drank from it, but rather the memories of the water itself. It was an entity beyond time and space, bound neither by the laws of physics nor by the limits of our world. As I knelt at the water's edge, I felt the weight of my years weighing down on me. The longing that had moved me all my life was now a physical presence, an emptiness that gnawed at my soul. My hands trembled as I drew water, and I hesitated, afraid of what the waterman might do. The creature stared at me without blinking. Gathering the last remnants of courage, I brought the water to my lips and drank. The world exploded around me, a cacophony of sound and light overwhelming my senses. Time and space seemed to lose all meaning as the water flowed through my veins, its essence seeping into the very fabric of my being. I felt part of the water, its history and knowledge becoming part of me. The waterman watched me silently, his gaze unchanged. Pain and joy, love and the loss of countless lives flashed before my eyes, each memory a drop in the vast ocean of knowledge that now filled me. The weight of eternity was weighing on my shoulders, both a burden and a gift. When the flood of memories subsided, I looked down at my hands, now smooth and flawless. I had been given eternal life, but at what cost? The faces in the water continued to swirl and change, their stories now forever imprinted on my soul. The waterman emerged from the depths, water cascading from his monstrous form. He stared at me for a moment before he spoke, his voice like the sound of waves crashing on the shore. "You have drunk of the sacred water and received the gift of eternal life," he said, "but you must remember that life is a cycle with a beginning and an end. To stop that cycle is to upset the balance of nature." I nodded, understanding the seriousness of the creature's words. My immortality was not without price. I was now an anomaly in nature's order, a creature that would never know what death was. After casting one last, lingering glance at the water, I turned and began my journey back to the human world. Centuries had passed, and I had become a creature of myth and legend, a living testament to how foolish it is to seek eternal life. The source of water and the watermen remained hidden, their secrets locked in the depths of the Siberian taiga. The gift of eternal life taught me that our existence was never meant to be stagnant. Life, like the water that gave me this perverse boon, was an ever-changing, endless cycle of growth and decay. As I traversed the surface of this planet, bearing the burden of endless time and the recollections of innumerable existences, I have come to cherish the fleeting allure of life. I recognize that for me, it will never again be ephemeral, and thus I have learned to embrace and appreciate all the beauty that life offers. Every moment, every breath, every sensation, every interaction with the world around me is precious in its transience. With my perspective forever altered by my unique existence, I choose to marvel at the world and its wonders and live in the present, cherishing each experience as if it were my last. What did you think of it? Write in the comments. Be sure to get likes, subscribe to our channel, and check out other amazing stories.